Hello and welcome back to 999. I am Gloomy and I'm not Zero. And we're forcing door 3 now.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me. I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
Happy?
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red. Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Junpei, what are you trying to figure out?
Yep. I think I might have found another way out.
What?
Really?
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
All right, the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! Then all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Okay. Junpei being kinda... Yeah, I didn't expect that from Junpei. I really didn't expect that from Junpei.
Bullshit, huh? I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Junpei?
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
So, who's it going to be? Santa? Or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Let's go, Clover. Huh? No!
Fuck!
No, wait!
Ah! This is insane! This isn't right!
Yeah, well, you may be right, but... Go!
No!
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
I totally agree with Santa there. This was one dirty move.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough! We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter! We got less than a minute left! No time for screwing around! Get moving!
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard! Where the hell is it?
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
No, wait! I found it! The dead's right over here! Ugh! What? The floor's slippery!
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there! Quick! Get to the dead!
There it is!
It stopped. It stopped.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the... What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
Oh, you're right. This is...
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here. Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
What?
Hey,
Oh, this is... looks like an explosion. Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
it's definitely an open fracture.
The face is the worst.
I believe that having an open fracture is the least of that man's problems.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
But the clothes are...
Is that... Snake?
Oh my god. Why did this happen?
No! 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 No!
Stop! Calm down. Hey!
Someone's having a really hard reaction to that.
Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here! Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
June.
Get me out of here! Please! Please! Just let me out!
June! Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me go! Let me go!
Please! We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie.
Oh, that's the first thing where he drops Connie.
I'll be here with you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Junpei.
Do you feel better?
Yes, but I'd like to stay here. For a little while at least. Junpei's body is so warm.
We better get to it.
So, we're in the shower room. Well... Those letters, written in blood. L... Oh, there's another one. LLR. Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake? I don't think so. Let me hazard a guess. Someone who exploded from the inside wouldn't be able to write something on a wall. No, that's impossible. You said a buddy. You aren't doing anything after something like this happened to you. Then this... The way the blood dried tells you it's real old. Whoever's blood it is, it ain't Snake's. Then you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago? Yeah. It's the light, I guess? Okay, I can just make it stop there. Old message written in blood, it says LLR. And that's where we came in. I guess it's not locked, but there ain't really any point. All that's out of there is the numbered door. Can't go back through the numbered door even if we wanted to. Get it? Oh. That's... So you step over the... Oh, whoa. That's ugly. Toilet paper. Oh, there's something on the toilet paper. Is there more toilet paper? No. Wooden box? There's something in here. Luminoil. Luminoil is interesting. Wait, you don't really think we're supposed to use the luminoil here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kinda weird to use it here. But maybe I should try it just in case. Just like you thought, Junpei. There's some more letters showing up after the LLR. See? It says LLR, LRL. So, left, left, right, left, I guess. What the hell does it mean? There's a bucket.
The rabbit hutch.
Huh?
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Junpei and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
That came out of nowhere.
I was.
Don't you remember? You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that?
Absolutely, Junpei. You absolutely remember.
It was terrible.
Oh, you remember this? You do remember. They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. The chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her and into the rabbit hutches. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were going to catch the killer together.
June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to her cheeks.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispering through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. And June's Akane Kuroshiki's face. That night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
He'd felt the same way, but it was good to hear you say that.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him, confused.
Oh, come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried because you were there with me.
She blushed furiously.
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know.
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were going to make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't going to tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too honestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
Really?
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. But it had been so long ago, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he felt back then. It would be embarrassing. He took a quick breath to clear his head. Tossed the broom up and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know?
Yeah, Junpei. Ways to be cool. Try to cool it off. Whatever.
We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
June nodded curtly, then turned and walked away.
I should get back to it myself. Ah! That's right. The pool of blood.
Yes, the pool of blood. You simply forgot the pool of blood behind you, right? Junpei turned around and looked at the room. At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing?
Oh yeah, what the freak are you doing? You know where you are with Akane or June. You always start doing weird stuff. This isn't a dating. This isn't a dating location, Junpei. It ain't. The freaking survival game as far as I'm concerned. Oh boy.
Well, maybe it was because we're in this mess.
No. Normally, you should not get thoughts of being romantic in this mess. Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at the wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him. What?
I have to survive, no matter the cost. I need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live. This room had much story to tell. Freaking hilariously. Right, where did we left? The dividing wall that separates the toilets. I really can't read today. What do you think this is? It looks like tar. It's kinda sticky. I don't think we can just wipe it off. Doubt just pouring some water on it is gonna help much either. What about hot water? Hot water? If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe we could wash it off. It's a water tank for the toilet. Clever. You know when they'll figure out everybody else thinks it's clever too. Huh? I mean, I know peace, but what's OC? Organized crime. What is that? Some kind of police slang? Huh? Probably. Huh? What I say? Why does he look all sad now? It's not really important right now, guys. Let's just check it out, alright? Well, he's not wasting any time. There's a screwdriver. Toilet's tank. There's nothing in it. Which means we can flush it. Kinda hard to flush a toilet without water. The toilet tank's nothing in it. Yeah, you can flush a toilet without water. The dividing wall that separates the toilets. There's nothing in the toilet. If there was, that would be gross. There might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that. Shh. Yes, there's a card. A rare key card. Okay. Well, there was water. The tank where the red card was. Nothing here was now. I already checked all 3 toilets, you know? Nothing unusual there. Okay, nothing to check here. There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Notice, drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. Left. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this train's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the walls a little. Nothing big. So, where? Yeah. There must be water flowing through the pipes on the right. There's water pouring out of the drain. Blue key card. Nothing else resting here, right? There's a lock. Divider between the saws on the other side of the wall? No, I don't want to think about that. Okay, the blue light just came on. So one is done. For the other one I'm missing something. I do have a broom and a screwdriver. Big pipe that stretches across the floor. Pipe that stretches across the floor. There's some toilet paper on the shelf. There's a lever on a tank. Nothing happens when I pull it though. Nothing. It doesn't flush. Probably because the tank's empty, genius. The pipes it's supposed to fill it must be clogged. Well, didn't you just get some water and pour it straight in there? Well, yeah, let's try that. There's water flowing on the drain where I found the keycard. Can you bucket it? No, nothing. Nothing unusual about this toilet, thank God. Tank where the red card was, nothing here now. And water comes out when I pull the handle, probably because there's no water in the tank. So how do I get water? Nothing unusual about this toilet, thank God. There's water in there. Come on, I said I already checked them. What, you don't trust me? Jesus, Junpei, I checked them all. The doors to the toilet stalls. Santa says he already checked them out. Didn't find anything, apparently. Maybe you can use the shower here to fill a bucket with hot water. Hey Simon, could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Ah, okay, sure thing. Great. We have a bucket filled with hot water. There's something like the toilet bowl. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clear it up. Do you really need to put it in here? Alright, I just pour the hot water in the tank and... Looks like you filled this now. You should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere in the tank that you can pull. Think so? Seriously? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's flush the hot water. Well, there it goes. Just like the toilet should work. The dirt we flushed out settled in the bottom of the bowl. The stuff's washed off. Looks like that writing was number C. 185 equals... What is this? It got me, it just looked like numbers. Nothing unusual at this toilet. There's also nothing. What are items? Do you have toilet paper with markings on it? But I'm missing another roll there. Is there something? Really hot water comes out of the shower. I get the feeling it might be still useful for something else. Right between the stalls, I really don't need to think about it. It is let out of position for the wolves, yeah, that I know. A wooden box, nothing else interesting here. Nothing else interesting. Stick of toilet paper, a thick pipe that stretches down from the ceiling. I'm missing something. Light bulbs provided for the room. Oh, there's Then was that? It's a thermometer. Can you get it off? No, it's screwed on the wall. I do have a screwdriver.
Hey, Junpei, You know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden. It's like when you hard-boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Oh yeah?
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107. Of course, there are other external things that could.
Like what?
Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna, or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Alright. That's exactly the same as being locked into the sauna.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, I got it!
Just quick input. I believe they're talking about internal body temperature, not outside body temperature. Like a thermometer that's going into the body to measure the inside, but this doesn't look like it though. That's a weird anecdote.
Huh? What's up?
Nothing. Forget about it.
What was that all about?
You seriously think you're really on good terms with him currently? No, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gorge. I wonder what it means. Maybe when it gets hot, something will open. Okay, so yeah, if I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe. Alright, thermometer, let's see. This is pretty hot. Yep, looks like it's doing the trick. There goes the gorge. And now it's the open mark. Huh? Huh? It opened. This looks like there's a piece of paper in here. Oh, 957 plus. Alright. It's 10. 13. Two. 1142. 1142. 1142. Light was on just a nerve now. Red light is on instead. I guess we have to swipe the red card first and then the blue card. Happens. I guess I have to get the red and blue lights turn on, okay. Great job, Junpei. Both the lights are on now. This is so weird. Why did you put them? Why did you need to bring that in the right direction? That's weird. Now you just need to put a password. Both lights are on. We should be able to enter the password now. The E and C keys. E means enter and C means clear, I think. So after you put the password, hit E. If you screw it up, hit C. So may I? 1142. I'm bad at math. Obviously, I am bad at math. 957. If I'm going to. Oh my god. 957 plus. I am extremely sorry. What? Why am I sorry? Oh, it's right. I'm missing something. I am still missing something. But what? Something about the broom. What are you doing with the broom? And something about the toilet paper. What if we whip it? toilet paper around the broom. This is so weird. Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Well, looks like the symbols line up perfectly. How are you supposed to figure this out, if not by perfectly chance? It says plus 634, right? This was the missing number I had. 634 1776. Right. Oh boy. That's what it's for. 1776. Enter. Right. We're done. So let me explain how I came to think about that. Putting toilet paper and combining it with the broom, because it's the only two items we had and I didn't think we could use it anyway.
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look. Huh? What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
7 with him placing all the things there so that you may come back there.
So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting.
Alright, let's go.
Junpei, look!
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's
A door. Oh no, that's a
a
map.
map of the ship's interior?
It says sea deck.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
What the?
You're shitting me. We're back.
Naturally.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay. Lotus? What are you...
How could you do this to us?
Knock it off! We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number. So long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
7. You could warn her. And also Junpei definitely served us. Freaking asshole move.
Wait, then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
You could really warn her, 7, that isn't something you'd normally want people to see without being prepared for it.
Fine, let's go.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though. Should I go as well?
Yeah.
Very well.
I'm wondering... They didn't send Clover in there, oder?
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door, and then 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah, that means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah, that means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
We know for sure it's just Ace, in case you didn't watch any other of my episodes. Well, do so now, because we're gonna be talking about this. And yeah, it's just Ace, as far as I'm aware, but we're absolutely sure that Ace isn't Zero, and so basically we're still sure that someone else must be Zero, but we haven't
Why
figured
don't you
that out.
calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
Yeah, that's what you want, Ace. Let's dissolve the situation a bit, so you don't go into the lamplight and be suspected.
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's absolutely shifting the blame to Zero here, isn't it?
Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers.
That's also a misleading thought. That it is never supposed to be a winner or loser in this game, I guess. That it is supposed to. Well, Zero in the last ending also talked about losing himself, but I believe he had something else in mind.
Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
No, absolutely not. Zero is the least. Zero isn't trying that. Absolutely not. Zero is. I do believe that Zero is chasing for some specific outcome by doing this game, but he isn't trying to make them fight each other. This would be contrary to the rules they set, because the rules are meant to be solved by everyone, I guess. You need the bracelets of other people to solve something. Why would you fight each other then?
Yes, that is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
This is bringing so many weird statements here.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes, almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Good question. If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Was Zero still on the ship with them? Of course.
But I don't... Where could Zero be hiding?
I think Zero is one of us.
Yeah, that's the most likely scenario. But who? At least it's not Ace, and I don't think it's Junpei. It could be Snake.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets. Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelet? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's...
Yeah, the remote control.
It would be
thing.
a lot more precise and a lot easier. If that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
All right, we know this. Let's check the flow quickly. But we hear something new. That just some repeats here. All right, let's
I'm not
look
done.
here.
Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
We'll be skipping that a little bit, just to make it a little shorter, because we already seen this discussion. I am back as soon as there's something new. Until then, Yeah, also you don't, it's just gonna be a cut. Be right back. So, we're back. And we're going to the Mercury symbol this time, straight up.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
Now we can go.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
Time to head down then.
We're currently on C because that's why they're heading down to the bottom.
This is a numbered door.
It's a number 2, though.
Yeah, it's door 2.
So who should go through the door this time?
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
I'll go too.
Then I suppose I need to go too then.
All right, we're taking off.
Okay, please be careful.
Jesus. You two are acting like you're married, you know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
I don't think he wasn't be silly. He was being
All right, let's go.
serious.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it!
There it is! It's right there! It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely a thing, no?
Damn right.
All right. This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
I'm stunned that they're not trying to open it by force.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
I'll try the one next to it.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
So where are we? We are in... We're in the confinement room front hallway. Alright. What the hell is this supposed to be? Like a drawing of a whirlpool or something. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. Little tile in the train. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out there. Might have to use our heads in this one. Alright, let's figure this out. Yeah, just hit it with your head. Maybe it works. A symbol on the toilet lid, huh? Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Damn, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. There's way nastier stuff out there in the world than a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? Toilet paper tub, huh? Seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. So you still pick it up? No, you just threw it away. Well, this part's thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of the thing. This rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple turns. Here we go. This looks like a screwdriver. Yeah, it's a screwdriver shaft. There's a dirty blanket on the bed. can call it a bed. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I'd want to sleep there. What? This? Oh, what the hell? It's not opening. There's something with this drawer. I don't trust it. Yeah, it's screwed tight. There's a pair of screws through it on the desk. Right on top of the drawer. Doesn't matter how old this thing is. We're gonna have a tough time if we just try to break it open. It's probably gonna be a pain. But I think we need to figure out a way to get those screws off. I do have a way, but I'm missing some parts here. Let's check the other one. Somebody made a wavy blue line on the mirror with blue paint. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. I believe it's water as well. So these things, they're on opposite sides of the wall, right? No, it's not just the things. Everything's opposite, like mirror image. So that's normal if you're both using the same water pipes, right? There's no knob on the faucet. There's no way we can get water out of this light. If we can find a knob or something that'll work with one, then we should be able to get water to come out of this thing. Okay, there's a moon. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. So let's remember it, alright? Okay. This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew, how the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not like I've really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. Can we flush? It's just hanging from the wall. While we're pulling the strings, then it must be the toilet that flushes. Oh, there's a towel. With the red. The bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not a matter like you're that young anymore. It shouldn't really matter. My, Junpei. Aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry. You're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. He's trying it hard. There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right though. That handle on the drawer doesn't really fit, you know. It just looks messy. Why did you take it out? Okay. Why is it? So there's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. Kinda odd shaped, and it looks like someone attached it to the handle with a screw after the fact. Oh boy. Last room then, I guess. Yeah, we can probably use this mirror to reflect the light. Now I just gotta figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine light on. Shine light on this mirror in the back? I get it. If I shine light on the mirror, the symbols appear. The left side has a sun and the right has a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. When I shine light on the mirror in the back. Is that a number? So if I shine light on this mirror, then I can see some numbers. See a 4 on the left and a 7 on the right. 4 and 7. There's nothing special about the toilet paper, and I don't really think I need to bother shining any light on it. Okay, it's nice to see the sink lit up, I guess, but it all it shows me is the pipe. It's a blanket. Not a really great one, still. Ah, god damn it, no matter how hard I pull on this damn thing, it won't budge. Guess I won't be opening this anytime soon. Doesn't look like it's got a keyhole, and there doesn't seem to be anything stopping it. What the hell am I supposed to open it? Huh. Okay, nothing here. There's a bunch of tiles on the door that spell out emergency. Emergency? Maybe it means we need to merge out of here. There's a door in the back. I wonder where it goes. All of that, and I tried a couple of things, but yeah, same result. Guess 7 wasn't about to do anything. Oh well. Good. Here we have this one. We could try to get this one. Oh, well, looks like the water doesn't work. Doesn't matter how much 7 turns that thing, no water's coming out. Is the water been shut off from somewhere? No water comes out of the faucet, even the doorknob's going. Yeah, there's nothing happening here. Can I combine this and this? No. Chair's pretty old. If 7 sat on it, it'd probably break. Huh? Say something? Nothing at all. Is there nothing in here I can immediately use? Sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark here, but I don't think there's anything going on with the sink. The faucet is too hard to turn. Partition for the dry all. Are those scratch marks? Am I seeing things? What is this? 14 equals E. That means probably 14 somewhere represents an E, but I don't know what 14 would be. There's a simple chair over here and the light doesn't shine. The bed looks dead without a pillow. So it's still a terrible bed. I'd never sleep on a bed like that. Yet I was thinking about this. They probably made it so that someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. That's the case. The toilet is disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? If you don't want to, then I'll do it, right? Okay. Let me check if this changed something over here. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose? You think it could come off with a pull it on it? Fell off. Huh, look at this. The handle doesn't really fit on this thing. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. Thank God. Combined, so if I just stick the metal rod into the handle, you don't stick it into a wrist that you screw it in there. Thank you. This looks like a toilet. Pretty old school toilet. Guess it makes sense though. The ship seems pretty old though. Old too. Alright, let's screw this up. Sweet. Got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. But maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank that thing out. There's a bump on the back. I wonder what it's for. Maybe there's a hole somewhere and these bumps line up with what it triggers. A hidden switch or something. Hey, we've seen weirder stuff. Doesn't seem that far-fetched. Oh, that's true. Combined with this one. Use the screwdriver. The screw in the center of the handle. Maybe I can. Thank you. Just what I needed. Good, let's put this one in here. Sweet, the handle I got, the drawer fits on that faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking you why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch, anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, just let it turn it off for now. So did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Okay, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Yeah, just leave it to me. I'm handling it. Fine myself. Then we have water here. There's water in this room too. What do you mean this room too? Well, I turned the faucet on the other room and it looks like it made the water come up through here. So the drain in the other room just runs here. And the water from over there pushed out this tile. Yeah, exactly. Looks like the water bubbled up through the drain and pushed the tile out. Could you take it up? Thank you. I'm needing this. I guess.
What the? Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man? You're sweating like crazy. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
What am I doing here?
Huh? What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean. It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi. Light. Nona.
What the hell was that?
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't. That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here. Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
So I guess he's referring to the first Nonary games.
Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
And he does seem to be a police officer or detective.
Huh?
Wait, under this bed. The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Okay! From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago. You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had been it. That's why I went to the wharf.
But don't get me wrong, he doesn't look like a cop. He looks more like a Yakuza. But maybe that's just his face or something.
From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. The bags... There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding, with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
Yeah, probably subreal.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Yeah, I didn't need to know that you wiped off your sweat and that there was sweat dripping from your face. Why are you mentioning this?
Hey, what happened after that?
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too.
This looks an awfully lot like the incinerator room.
Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died. A girl, I think.
Huh?
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay? I really don't remember anything else.
It's fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said, the children who had been kidnapped 9 years before, apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now.
Yeah, we already knew this, but it seems to be that they kidnapped even more. It is. Where have these 16 boys and girls disappeared to? They kidnapped more than 9.
They'd been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago? And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that? I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Alright. We do know there seems to be a... No, I don't think it's this one. I believe it would be the dark room. But... No, this is not this one. This one, this one, this one. We need to put this one first in here. Sounds like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Wait. There's a tile. So where do I put those? Wait. What do I have? The drawer without a handle, the other one put there. Light barely enough to see, but I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost here or something. There's nothing special about this toilet paper. It's okay. Left side has a sun and the right symbol looks like a moon. So sun is 4. And moon is 7. Could see a partition over there. It seems to be the point that's bothering examining it. That's 14 equals E. Looks like a dark toilet, but nothing to see here. A drawer that doesn't open. I wonder if it's part of the puzzle. This desk is old and rusty. There's a simple chair over here, but the light doesn't shine. Okay. Emergency probably means to emerge or escape from here. Now we need to do something with these tiles to open the door. Emergency, huh? Can I take those? No, I can't. There's some kind of blue design in the mirror in the sink. Maybe if I can. The drawing on the mirror looks just like part of the design on the towel. The design on the towel was a river and spring, right? The picture on this mirror is a spring and it's talking about the water in the sink. Is this a clue for the other thing? I did already get it. So what do I do with this? That is really dirty. It's just like symbols in the dark room. Yeah, that's right. There was some kind of number hint there too. You think maybe the number was how many times we have to piss? No, it's gotta be how many times we flush. Oh, maybe this one. The only thing that can manipulate the room is that string. Chances are that they made this puzzle so someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. Wait, this was 4? Guess I should just keep pulling this thing and then... Alright, here goes second pull. Third pull. Fourth pull. Did you just hear something? It did, but it doesn't seem like anything happened here. Oh, I wonder what that sound was. Maybe over here? Toilet is wild, unsurprising. Lotus refuses to go anywhere near it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's the sound again. It's happened when I pulled that string a couple of times. Junpei, did you hear something from the other room? The other room? You mean from the dark room? I guess we can look in there. Maybe the thingy opened up now? Oh, that's great. Well, this drawer opens easily enough. Great, we have more tiles. There's nothing left in the desk. So dark and dirty. I think that no light is shining on it. So I can... Okay, well, it looks like we're investigating all the rooms. The only mystery left is this door. Alright, let's crack that mystery then. We've got 4 tiles. And there are a bunch of tiles that are the same size up on the wall here. So if we replace 4 of the tiles on the wall with the ones we've got, that should open the door. Well, there's only one way to find out. 1 and 4... 14? 1? 2, 3, 4... Oh, that's a 14 on there. Oh, they're all 14, I guess. And did you... So, what I just did on the tiles, it seemed to be a number 14. And so I replaced all E's with the tiles. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did. The 14 hidden on the tile. If you convert that in hexadecimal as an E, basically the E's in emergency are the 14s from the tiles. So if we replace it, that gives up the answer. Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. Yes, let's go.
Oh, what the hell is...
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now. Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this wouldn't be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
A triple? We have a triple episode here. Yeah, I guess. The hard question room. These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they will. All I can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is going to suddenly open up. Right. There are a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. Let's push some of them. Down you go. So I press it again. Back you come out. I guess these buttons switch something on or off when you push them. Right? No idea what they do. What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down here, I could see through the glass. It's not working though. I think it's just a large sheet of glass they put on into an indentation. I don't know. I mean, why would they do that? And the placement of the chair. You're not making sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? Yeah, there should be something, but do I want to know what it is? Maybe the glass is one way, like they have in a police station, you know? Maybe it's just covered with something that makes it opaque. Nah, it doesn't matter how close I get, I still can't see anything. Echoes when I knock on it though. I wonder if it's hollow. It could be hollow. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh? I don't know what the thing is, but we gotta figure it out, a puzzle. It's right next to the torture chair. Oh, sorry, it's right next to the torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we just adjust the switches and match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown in the 4 corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. No idea. Let's leave it off for now. Whenever you turn one of these switches on, more blocks show up on the screen. So I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out what button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch adds, just turn on one switch. When all of them are off, there aren't any blocks, right? And you can see how many each switch adds. But yeah, I get it. Wait a second. I don't even know where, what, how. Let's check the rest of the room first. There are a number of ominous-looking tools and instrument here. Let's see. We've got an what's an Etsy? I don't know what this word is. And a hammer. A pair of forceps. And these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with all the other stuff? Yeah, it does. Didn't notice before you mentioned it, but it's rusty at all. Yeah, that's a pretty new wrench. Let's take it with us. Okay, we got a wrench. Of course, the entrance is locked. It's been like that in every room we've been in. What did you expect? There's no point to trying to get back. Let's just think about going forward, right? The cover bolted on there is pretty good. Should be able to get off the bolts with those wrench we just found though. Right, sweet, it's open. The hole's too small. You can't see in, even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Reminds me of Silent Hill. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. Small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what the thing is. Oh, it's a sun key. Interesting. Okay. Good. So I guess that's it. Said the door will unlock if we complete the experiment. So in other words, we aren't getting out of there or until we finish this experiment. Well, let's do that then. Okay. So, A, E, red, yellow. Do you think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that, the bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. I can see some oil or something down there in the base of the lever. Yeah, it feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull the lever. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? Just water going somewhere. It's not like it's underneath us. It means the floor. Oh, Junpei, look. What's she? Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Why is there a dead shark? EDBF. Wait a second. E, D, E, and F. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. Looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. idea. What do you do if the shark comes up in the wrong way? If it turns, you'd be stuck. Or is the dead shark marked on the other side as well? This doesn't sound right. The sun key should fit into the keyholes on these manacles. Oh, it does? Alright, sun key, in you go. And yes, great, they're open. I think we're gonna need the sun key again in here though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Well, they're open. What are we gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right, we should try and figure out what device I put there in the corner is for at any rate. So, adjust the switches to match the block on the top and then press the check button. Alright. Which block? Oh, they need to be... I guess they need to be... Oh, that's weird. This one's right. It's the same. This one isn't. That's this weird. There. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I don't know what I'm doing here. I have no idea. Close. Just happened. This one's alright, this one's not. No. No. Alright. This one adds 1, 2, 4, 4. This one is 2, 3, 1. 1, 3, 2. Nah. Yeah, I'm actually... Huh? This doesn't do anything useful. What is... What? Alright. When you turn each switch on, the number of blocks goes up. Each switch adds a different number of blocks. But if you think about it, all you've got to do is cover addition problems. If you turn a single switch on and count its block and do that for every switch, it's super easy. Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top and then press the check button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. And 4 plus 2. Let's think. This is plus 2. This is mean minus 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This means minus 4, 5. And 5. This is plus 1. Plus 1, plus 2. Check. No, that ain't. No. 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 Yeah, I'm just... At this point, I'm just guessing. Which doesn't seem right. Okay, I have no idea. I believe they just need to be the same boxes in some places where I'm guessing. I'm absolutely guessing. I just brute force that one. Sorry about this. Adjustment is complete. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has gotta sit in the chair. Well, Seven's never gonna fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data, I wonder if it's going to run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we've still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means to means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it what we need to do. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject in the device.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But...
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with. Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters. Tell them that I loved them very much. No, tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
What the hell? She really is old. Didn't I expect that?
They're twins. I had them when I was young after... Well, some things happened. Their names are Nona and...
Wait! Nona?
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
What the hell? What's wrong with you?
Oh, no way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you. But... And then... That was when... From there, it looked like... Just as if, finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
Oh my god, everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital?
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment? I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
So, while they're hurrying us up, I don't know if this Gansfeld experiment is real. I believe I've heard something similar were created, but I'd have to look it up. I guess I'm doing a follow-up video about this game after I finished it, addressing this weird stuff that happened and what is meant and what their findings were, if there were any and at all. We'll see about it. But really, I'm not sure if it could have happened. At least at some point, I believe someone would have done something similar, and I don't think there would be any conclusive evidence that anything worked about this. And also, I believe they did experiments with twins with those things. Well, and also let's address the other thing quickly. Also about Seven, the cop, and Lotus, the mother. There, I find Lotus approaching that a little weird. But if everyone's bought off by Cradle Pharmaceuticals, well, what can she do? Oh well. Either way, we have quite a lot more information. I doubt either Lotus or Seven are zero. Yet they're getting crossed off the list of candidates for this, I guess. Let's move on.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right. Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Lotus, okay, let's do this.
I mean, he just glossed over the pact. This with June. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? But I'm supposed to do that's 4, 2. It's 4 and 6. Is that right? No. Oh, they're different. They're different. Also, they seem to be... Oh, they're even. Why are they even now? Oh, they're not even. No, they're not even. Nine and... No, this is wrong. No. I'm really have a problem with this one. I'm just brute forcing it at this point. Again. Three. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. It's hurting my brain. Even there's one too many. Now they're both one down. There's 6 and 4. There's 6 and 5. It's +1, +1. Now there's 4 and 5. 3. 4 and 3, check? No. 3 and 5. 4 and 4. Ain't right. 2, 2. No. It should go. 3 and 2. 1. 2 and 1. 1 and 2. 2, 2. 6, 3. Oh, this one's hurting my brain. Okay. 5 and 2. 4 and 4. 5 and 3. Nee, 3 and 4 and 5. 4 and 5. 4 and 2. So I need one more here. We got 1, 2, 2, and on this side we got 2 and 5. This ain't right. 5 and 3. 4 and 4. 3 and 3. 4 and 3. 3 and 2. 3 and 2. No, it's wrong. Why? It's wrong. It's 3 and 2 on both sides. Oh god, I'm going for a hint. So I need those 4 and those 4 on the side. Need those 6 and all 6 on this side. Oh, I need 7 down here. Is this right? I have no idea why this works. The experiment has concluded. The door will now unlock. I can hear the door unlocking, and now we've got a new message. Release the subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Hold on. I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for 7 and me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig was not for me. Damn straight. I don't ever want to see the thing again. Alright. Let's get out of here.
The hallway goes to the left.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Guess we just need to keep going.
Right, let's go.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C deck. Huh? No one's here.
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
Hey, Junpei!
We should follow him.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door. And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door. All right, time to open this.
Hold on a sec there.
Huh?
We don't have the key for this one yet, right?
That's...
Oh, it's the Jupiter symbol.
Then we can't open this door.
Unfortunately, no, we can't.
Huh.
Jeez, the sun door's gotta be just on the other side of this, you know? We can't just stop... Hey, it opened.
What?
And the others must have found the Jupiter key.
Well, what are we waiting for? Why?
This is unexpected.
What the hell? What the hell happened? Clover. Nothing. She's dead.
Hey, what are you doing?
The key! Get me the sun key!
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back!
The murderer? Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies. That means that the person who had killed them was... No. No, it can't be true.
Give it to me! Let's go! Open! Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe. It's open.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Why?
Then how would I know that? Whatever, let's just go.
What the hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
But I don't see any other doors.
Oh, it's opening.
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this. The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling. We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse.
Yes.
Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
I can't take this anymore. No one can. No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something. Or a dream. It's made up. Ah! Ah! Connie!
How?
Connie! Connie, hang on! Connie!
Junpei?
Oh man. Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
Junpei, I'm sorry. I might not make it.
No way. No way I am going to let you die. I am gonna save you. I promise.
Thank you, Junpei. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Junpei. Really happy.
Oh, don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more time. You just gotta hang on. All right, Connie? You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it! What's that? A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here? That's it! Hang on, all right? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No, don't go. Please, don't go. Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Junpei. When I...
Connie.
Junpei, did you know you meant a lot to me when we were kids? I've liked you for a long time, Junpei.
I am. As cute see it at all is, there's just the one thing that rubs me really the wrong way is that they seem to haven't met in quite some time. But why? If both of them liked each other so much, why did they go away? Did she just disappear? Did he go for something else? What is wrong? What happened? There's just this inexplicable hole where they didn't meet for whatever reason. And now they're meeting up and they're just got the hearts for each other. Like, I don't know. They're some melodramatic protagonists of some teeny drama. Why did they leave each other in the first place? We didn't get an explanation for that. If they're so into each other, why didn't... This is so wrong.
A really long time. Junpei, do you remember how we hung out a lot? We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school?
Could you tell us who killed you?
They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places, but that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy, Junpei. I feel...
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Connie! Connie!
Useless till the bitter end. I'm not a guy to ruin romantic romance, but this isn't neither romantic nor is it helpful. It's so weirdly melodramatic, and it's so unfitting in the moment. Could she at least be helpful and tell us who shot her, maybe? Isn't this something you'd want to tell if you're still somehow awake? I mean, maybe she is delirial, and she isn't getting anything out there, so... Why? But she clearly recognizes him. And she recognizes that she's... Couldn't she be useful in that moment? It'll be a lot of help here, you know? Oh, well, I guess it's for the plot then. The plot thickens. Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere, he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Kenny down on the floor, slowly. Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been here. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. That's a thick door. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. The bracelet was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been before. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around, the door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly he felt the blade of a knife in it. Ooh. One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. Not the body of Snake. In the central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 more corpses. Those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Canny. And now Junpei would be joining them. Who then had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly he felt bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. Well, so did Snake kill all of them? But that would mean that he also killed his own sister, which I highly doubt. Or did Ace kill Clover and then Snake came out? But Snake is locked into the coffin, and he isn't getting out himself there. That coffin was locked with a code, and who put him even in there? This is weird. This is such a weird ending. Also, Arcana just proves she's absolutely freaking useless. She isn't helping anyone. She's just being cutesy for whatever reason. Could you just try less to be a heroine or more like, could you try less to be a princess in need and more being useful? Like actually being a female lead character? It's so frustrating. But the whole character is frustrating. So either way, we did learn a lot about Lotus and we did learn a lot, especially a lot about 7. And we got another the end. Or is it? So we at least did fulfill one strang. Also, there is a submarine on that boat here. And there seems to be more than one sun key, I guess. Weird. But it's something else. Let's assume there's just one sun key for now. I'm uncertain. For now, we'll see each other next time, and I'll end the episode here because we're already again at 2-hour mark. I guess we go for the door 7 next round while choosing the hospital room, in the hospital bedroom. We'll check door 7 there. I believe we didn't check door 7 there last time. We did 3 and we did 8 as far as I'm aware. So we would probably closing in onto the final soon. Either way, have a nice day or evening, and we'll see each other next time. Bye bye.